How's it going, guys? Back at it again, September 19th. Today is Thursday. Today was also another green day. I'm gonna walk you through the trades today. I'm currently sitting up $244 on the day. Overall, really happy with the trade. I made one silly mistake, and we're gonna tighten that up. That way we don't do it again. So I'm gonna explain and walk you through today. Before I get started, there will be a link below to join my free trading community where you can get this information before I actually start entering the trades. Why not get the information before it happens? I don't know, just think it makes sense. But let's break down these trades. So I turned the computer on. There was two stocks that looked like they made sense to me, TBIL and XCUR. Let's start with XCUR. Looked at it. It was doing, I think when I looked at it, it had like 4 million volume. So I was like, okay, 4 million volume. Let me see. 830. Where the fuck's 830 at? 830 is right about here. So at 830, it was, let's say, about $5.71. So let's go through our list. Is it between $3.40 and $7? Yes. Does it have high volume? This is pretty good. Let me see. Let me just make sure before I didn't look at this stuff. I traded it. Let me just make sure I'm not telling you anything wrong. CR. Cool statistics. And you can find all this information on Yahoo Finance for free. Float 714,000. And then the average volume. Okay, cool. So the average volume was recently is 3.29 million. So the volume today actually wasn't that high when I looked at it. That's what I didn't like about it. And it didn't have a news. Actually, the news catalyst was it got extension from the NASDAQ, which isn't really strong. And the fact you need an extension is not a good sign to me. But that made the stock run the previous day in the aftermarket. If you look right here, the extension came out at about 4 p.m. on Wednesday, and then the stock starts running. So I had already missed the first leg because it happened yesterday night when I was done trading. And then this is the second leg, which happened at about 4 a.m., which I'm still asleep. So I missed both of these moves. The news really isn't that great. The relative volume isn't that high. It's 1 million higher than it normally is, which isn't really that much. It's pulling back hard. It was at $9.02, and now it's pulling back. It's been pulling back for the last 2 hours when I look at it. So I'm like, you know what? I didn't scratch it off my list completely. And actually, I think there was one other thing I didn't like. Let me just double check before I say this. Okay, cool. And this is the last thing I didn't like. So I didn't scratch it off completely, but I was like, you know what? I'm definitely a little hesitive. I'm gonna give this a lot more time. I might have to buy this intraday, and then I'm gonna show you something else. So you come to this little beaker right here. Let's see. Moving. Okay, cool. Exponential moving average. So click this, blah blah, and then you see right here where it says 9. Edit. We're gonna change that number from 9 to 200. Cool. Boom. Save. Boom. And then we're going to change this to from 5 minute to day. So this is the 200-day moving average right here. And look at the price. The price is $2.85. So this price is way over what. So this is basically the price people have paid for this over the year. There's only 220 something trading days in a year. So this is the average price people earn at. So let me ask you this: if you had this stock and you owned it at $2.85, and you go to sleep one night and it's still at you go to sleep and it's at $2.50, nothing special, you probably down a little bit, and then you wake up, roll out of bed, wipe the crust out your eyes, and you see you're at $5, $4, $6, you're up almost $4 a share, what would you do? If the answer is sell, you are correct. So the fact that this 200 moving average was down here also made me even more tentative. And I was like, you know what? I don't know if I can trust this. So let's go back to the 5 minute. So I'm like, you know what? It did bounce down here at this line. I don't even remember what this level was I put here, but it did bounce off this level. I was like, all right, and it bounced right here when I'm looking at it. I'm like, maybe, but it was stuck right here for a while. I believe this was VWAP, so it was stuck. It couldn't get over VWAP, which is a really strong indicator for me when the stock can't get over the volume weighted average price. So I was like, all right, we're gonna get some more time. So then market opens. By the time the market opens, I'm really not looking at that much anymore, but I'm just explaining to you. It crashes hard and it's done for the day. Off the list. So next, we have TBIO, which is the one I ended up trading today, and I'm going to show you guys something. Actually, I'm not going to show y'all. I'll just tell you about it. So in my trading community, I released this stock. I released this this alert at 9:30, maybe 9:35 a.m. I said I wanted to buy it close to 220 and look for the breakthrough 5. So I end up, I'm gonna actually show you all this so you know I'm telling the truth. Let's see, show trade. So cool. If you look, 100 shares, 200 shares, another 50 shares, signed up with 350 shares. I wanted to buy 400, but I bought it. I bought my first 200 shares on a drawdown, and I thought it was gonna go to 220. Where is it at? 200 shares. Yeah, I bought my first 200 shares at 366. I tried to get it at like I tried to get it right here at like 350, but I had took 200 out, typed 100, and I had typed 200 in again. I don't use the hotkeys. I need to start doing that. So it took me some time. So then I do that. I get my first 200 shares. Price starts squeezing up. I add another 100 shares at 397, and it broke over 4, I believe. Is it here? No, it was at 397. I bought another 100 shares. I was like, okay, cool. I was gonna buy 150, but I'm like, I still think this needs to pull back some first. So then it comes back down here again, and I buy another 50 shares at 367. And I was like, do I really need to buy another? So I'm at 350 shares. And I was like, do I really need to buy another 50 shares? It's really not going to make a huge difference in my upside. Like the difference it would have made was probably like $25 profit, where if I was wrong, it probably would have cost me roughly, it shouldn't, but just because emotions get in the way sometimes, it probably would have cost me roughly the same amount. So I was like, it really won't make a huge difference. Like $25 won't really make a huge difference in this trade. So I'm in, I get my shares, I enter this trade at 8:50 a.m. It squeezes up, boom, don't sell any right here. Nope, not selling. I'm working on holding. I said it's going to 5, so I'll wait. And then the problem was, this is where I made a mistake at. So if we look, 100 shares. My first 100 shares were sold at $4.17. So it goes into a halt. It's halted up, and I did not press 417. I pressed to sell these at $4.50. So it's supposed to, yeah, right here. I was supposed to sell them at 450. It didn't go through. It ends up, I think I pressed bid. I don't remember. Maybe I can find it somewhere. I think I pressed sell bid, or I should have pushed sell market. So it ends up dropping down, what's that, for almost 40 cents. And then it sells 100 shares at 40 cents less than I wanted. And then I'm like, ayos míos. Then it squeezes back. It didn't even drop low. It was like halt, up, try to sell, doesn't go through. Sells down, ends up selling it right. Fuck, ends up selling it down here like crazy. This is not where I want to sell it at all. It's cool though. I want to sell it right here, so it's cool. It squeezes up, and then the next 250 shares I get rid of at the right price. I was happy with the rest of the rest of the exit, but what I need to work on that would have made this a better trade, I need to work on my exits. My entry was great, happy with that. My stock selection was great, happy with that. I need to work on my exits. It should have been probably closer to a $340 day instead of a $244 day, which is like $100 difference. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but like when I'm in the trade and everything's going right, that simple mistake, it definitely cost me $50 for sure. So that simple mistake can be avoided just based using the limit order. Because if you look right here, the stock goes, it touches, let's see, 1, 2, look at this. I'm gonna put this line here for you guys to make this easier for you to understand. Cool. So it touches 450, which is where I sold some of my shares at, a few times. It says 445. Yeah, definitely. No, I'm looking at that. Yeah, it's really not that bad. I got in at 3. My entry was 370, but that could be better. That could be better. Those 100 shares messed that up. That really probably would be closer to like 470 without those 100 shares, which I would be happy at. And it's like, oh, 30-cent difference. Yes, 30 cents difference makes a lot to me. It means a lot. But if you look, this stock touches 450. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times before the market opened. So I'm like, oh, 450 is an easy level. We're definitely gonna hit 450. That's a solid number to sell at. So I set it to sell. I didn't sell. I clicked sell right there and it didn't go through. It drops down, ends up squeezing up. I had it going to $5. It squeezes to, I had it going actually to 5.17 exactly. Like I did not change this line at all. Like this line it's been here. I didn't add it. This went exactly to where I thought it was gonna go to. I was comfortable selling at $5, like 17 cents. Not gonna change my life, especially at the top. But 17 cents down here is easy to get. 17 cents at the top, harder to capture. So overall, happy with how this week's going. I'm sitting up a little over $600 on the week trading. What can I say? It's been smooth so far. Been green every day. I wish I would have took my profit when I was up on Monday. I think I was up like $382, almost $400. I ended up letting that pull back and turn it into a small green day instead of a big green day. That would have made this a much better week. We'd be sitting up closer to $1,000. But it's cool. We have one more day tomorrow. The goal for tomorrow is go in, do our technical analysis, break the stocks down. Don't be uber aggressive tomorrow because Friday is usually a tougher day to trade on. There's not as much good news because companies don't release pressers usually on Friday just because it gets right before the weekend. They're better off releasing them on Monday or in the middle of the week instead of on the end of the week before the weekend. So Fridays are usually a slower day. So we'll go in, see what the market offers us. Won't be uber aggressive tomorrow. What else will I say? Thanks to everybody that's joining. The community's growing every day. We're getting more and more people. The videos are getting more views. Every day we get one more new person in the community. Like I said again, there will be a link below to join for free. If you're interested in trading, come join. I think this is the best time to get on. And one last thing I'll say. For the longest time, I was stuck at like $100 a day, $100 a day, $100 a day, $100 a day. I could not get over that hurdle. And now we're right here. We're a little bit away from doing 300 a day easily. Just a couple things we have to tighten up. And it was damn near instant. It was like right over. I just like skipped straight from 100 to like close to 3. Now we're doing like 250, 280, 230. 300 is just a couple mistakes and like exits is what's keeping us away from getting these 300 days. But after that, 6, 5, 7, $1,000 days, it's gonna just keep going up. So this is the perfect time to join the community and learn what we're doing. Thanks for watching. If this helped you out, leave a like, subscribe, ask questions, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Thanks.